sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire. Come to give your team hell. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense, defense, gone defense, defense, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple, you know what I'm saying? Clock that is doomsday. Listen what the hot boys tell them. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE tackling Dutchman coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods. Plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds. The hot boy shining. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas. We got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire. Come to give your team hell. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work.
Thank you for watching West Coast. This is Antoine Woods.
Thanks for watching West Coast. Go Cowboys.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us with Dallas Cowboy Scout.
Appreciate it.
My man West Coast, Miss Buck.
over here, the Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, man. I know you guys are a little down, so I'm gonna make sure my energy is at an all-time high this morning, man. Cause yo, man, it is your favorite Cowboy. It is your Cowboy cousin West Coast, man. How you guys doing this morning? I already know, man. We Cowboys fell yesterday to the Saints, 10-12, and I already know a lot of folks are in a funky attitude this morning, funky reasons. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's kind of feeling it this morning. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I still believe that everybody should be walking into work with a sense of Cowboy pride. Why? Because we are still 3-1, and we still have a firm grip on the division. First goal in every season is to win your division, and the Dallas Cowboys are still in firm place. But yo, man, before we get to that, man, let's go ahead and get the formalities out the way, man. Go ahead and let me get your shares. Did everybody get a share? Did everybody get a share? Hey, today we're going to do it a little differently, man. I want everybody to tag someone. Tag someone that needs to hear this football. If whoever that football person that you talk with every single day, I need you to tag them in this post, because if they're here and you're not here, if you're here and they're not here, that means they might be missing something. So that's what we're going to do today. We always do shares. You guys always do a phenomenal job sharing the content, and I appreciate you guys for that. But let's get some tags. What's up with you, Susan? Hello, West Coast. Hello, Susan. How you doing, Travis? What up with you, Scout? Will Steele. What up with you? Hey, man. Will, I have a rule here. Whenever I have other bloggers watching my content, I always make sure that you guys have to, instead of saying hi, please drop the information into your comment box. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a Cowboy blogger. I stick strictly to the Cowboys. But my guy up here, Will Steele, he does the entire NFL, and there is a lot of time. I love your post with the little firecrackers or whatever it is, the little emoji you use. I always use that. I always use your post to keep me updated on what's going on in the NFL. And to be honest with you, I actually found out that Antonio Brown got released from one of your posts. So salute to you, brother. He's a Cowboy fan too. He just does more than just Cowboys, and that's what's up, man. Salute to him. We'll put your information in there. All right, so yo, man, let's start with the formalities, the principalities. You know what I'm saying? The stuff we got to get out of the way. Tyron Smith was walking out with Tyron Smith had a double-breasted suit on. It was brown, more like a cocoa look, and he had on the nice Bostonian shoes. He had the nice bracelet on with the glasses. He also had this big ass boot on his foot. I don't know if anybody noticed that. When he was walking out of the stadium, he had this big old boot on his foot. So yeah, man, T. Smith was injured, has a high ankle sprain due to a horrible pushback. Defensive line, man, it's just a bang up play, man. Defensive line pushed Dak right into him. He was still engaged, still had his legs locked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thank you, Jesus, for that brace that he had on his leg, because if T. Smith does not have if T. Smith does not have that brace on his leg, we are praying and we are singing a whole nother story this morning if T. Smith does not have that damn brace on his leg last night, because that young man's leg looked like this. Like it went like this, and your leg ain't supposed to go like this. You know what I'm saying? So praise God for that brace, man, because if he didn't have that brace, T. Smith would have been done for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because that did not look good. Like, you could literally see the bone kind of like flex just a little bit. In that note, Lord, heal him in the name of Jesus. But yeah, man, so I don't have any updates on T. Smith. Today is Monday, so they literally just got back. They got back early this morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning. And what up with you? I got my cousin on here. What up with you, man? Top of the morning, cousin. Hey, you can see I need a haircut. That's my barber too. That's how I know. That's how my barber. My barber. He ain't even no Cowboy fan. What he really doing? He's trying to check and see if I got a haircut or not. That's what I see. Trying to be sneaky. Hey, these barbers nowadays, man, they'll check up on you. He really checking to see if I got a haircut or not. I ain't got no haircut, man. Come on, man. I'm still loyal to the call, but yeah. What I was saying is, if T. Smith doesn't have that brace on last night, man, then we're probably talking about a whole nother story, man. A whole different story. So praise God for the brace that saved his life and that whole left side over there. You know what I'm saying? Because that was not a good look. Secondly, who else? We had a couple other people banged up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. as far as information-wise, as far as information on these injured players, we're probably going to get the best information tomorrow or later on today after 3. Because the usual U team for the Dallas Cowboys, especially for an away game, is they're going to fly out. That game was over for me at 9 o'clock. And Saints are, 2 hours ahead of us? So that game was over at least 11. So I'm assuming the Cowboys actually boarded their plane. They're playing at least about 1. Probably didn't even get back to Dallas till like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, I'm under the assumption that all those medical evaluations and things like that will start this morning. And we should hear something coming out of the Star. I would think today by at least like 3 o'clock, we should definitely hear something. Xavier Woods, he went down. He got a little dinged up too. We have no updated information on Xavier Woods. Also, like I said, today they literally just got back in this morning. So I'm expecting to hear something. I'm expecting to hear something at least by today, by 3 o'clock my time. So that's 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock you guys' time. And hey, you guys know, man, I'm not the only scout up in this piece. Hey, y'all got to own this. For y'all folks that live in Texas, that be on that 103 The Fan, man. Hey, man, if you hear something before West Coast, you inbox me. Emergency. You know how to see emergency breaking curse in case of emergency. Break the glass, hit West Coast up, and let me know what's going on. Because, like I said, I should know something. I should definitely know something. Before today, about 3 o'clock today. All right. What's up with you, Nikki? How you doing? What's up with you on IG? I appreciate you guys. Hi, Miss Celinda. How you doing? Get some more stuff. Hey, just to start with some positive stuff, man. Some positive stuff. My positive takes on yesterday, man, is Robert Quinn is definitely the truth. Robert Quinn was definitely worth the 6th-round draft pick that we gave him. Like, Robert Quinn probably played the best defensive line that we played all season and had himself a phenomenal game. Getting after him, 2 sacks. I think he had three quarterback hits, 1 tackle for a loss. I mean, the boy just absolutely balled. You guys remember at training camp, I told Robert Quinn, then when I interviewed him, I said, yo, bro, like I interviewed him. He gave me a really good interview. I told him he saw my hot boy hat on. He saw Robert Quinn saw my hot boy hat on. He said, hey, man, you're going to have to give me that hot boy hat. And I told Robert Quinn, man, you got to get them 2 damn sacks. What you mean, bro? This hat ain't free. And Robert Quinn said, let's go, so I'm going to hold you to that. So I got that film. I'm going to re-release that today. But I will be swinging by my boy Art Luna's spot. I will be singing about it when I get out there to Texas this weekend. I will be swinging by the plug and picking up my boy Robert Quinn hat. And hopefully I'll be able to give that to him either at the Green Bay game or if I see him before then. But I promise you I will be getting Robert Quinn his hot boy hat this week if D-Law don't get it to him first. Because, they got more money than me and then they live in the same city. So they can easily just pop up and have a hot boy hat. But I'm going to for sure give him a hot boy hat because I gave him my word I was going to get him one. And I ain't going to lie. Robert Quinn is balling, man. Like, Robert Quinn has definitely 100% set the tone. One thing I love about Robert Quinn, man, is like, this dude just looks like just ridiculously fast coming out that line, man. Like, ridiculously fast. Like, like, when D-Law comes off the line, D-Law looks extremely powerful and aggressive. But Robert Quinn, I think the number one thing that you notice about him is how ridiculously fast he is coming off that line. And, like, it was like times where it was like the left tackle. I was like, bruh, the left tackle against the Saints, even though the Saints won, man, he's having a horrible film day today. Like, the left tackle, whoever that was on them Saints, I promise you, he is having he is sitting in the film room like this. Like, he's sitting in the film room like this because win or not, Robert Quinn beat this young man like a freaking drum. Beat him like a freaking drum. And I was very, very excited for Robert Quinn. He 100% took advantage of his opportunities, and every single time I like defensive ends who make the quarterbacks pay. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, when he hit Teddy Bridgewater, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never seen a man's shoulders touch. It was like he did it was like this, like his shoulders literally touched, like they clap, and he just crumbled. Like, both times. And then even on the one when he did the flag. And another thing I love about Robert Quinn, too, is, like, even when there was a flag, he still played through the flag. Like, Teddy B was running like you could tell Teddy B was running for his life. Oh no, no. And then all you see is both legs just come up out of him. And you just go, and Robert Quinn goes this way, and Teddy Bridgewater goes that way. Smack on the ground. I absolutely loved it, man. Absolutely loved it, man. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know a lot of people are ragging on my boy D-Law, man. But, hey, I'll tell you guys, man. D-Law got to get it together, man. He got to get that thing going. But you got to remember, too, man, D-Law saw a lot of what I saw last night. They weren't necessarily double-teaming D-Law because they really didn't do that until the fourth quarter. They double-teamed Quinn damn near the whole third quarter. And that's why he wasn't as effective as he was in that first quarter. But what they were doing is they were doing like a switch-off where they had one man up and then they would chip. And what they were doing is they was chipping D-Law the entire game. Why? Because, D-Law is a $30 million man. You got to get a hand. He's a $100 million man, to be honest with you. But, they were chipping him the entire game. Then the chip is basically when you have your man and you have another guy come off and kind of like bump you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they kind of blocking you because they still got to go get their assignment. But that little block, that little bump can be the difference between you getting to the quarterback and you being effective. What up with you, Clay? I see you, man. So you saw a lot of that from the offensive line last night. And I'm going to be honest with you, that boy Ramczyk just played really good. Like Ryan Ramczyk, I don't give a game when nobody say that is the Dallas Cowboys' biggest miss of all time. Like I know everybody loves, we could have gotten J.J. Watt. I don't give a damn about J.J. Watt. T.J. Watt is an L.J. Watt or C.J. Watt. I don't give a damn about none of them Watts. We could have got Ryan Ramczyk, and that dude is a monster. Monster. He is a monster. Like, that dude is a monster, man. That's the offensive lineman for the New Orleans Saints, man. That's a guy we should have gotten. But, like I said, man, for the most part, man, I absolutely love what Quinn did. And I'll be honest with you, what I would like to see a little bit too, because he was murdering on that. He was murdering on that opposite side. When we see that D-Law isn't being effective on that right side, let's switch him. Now we have the ability to might be able to do a little switcherooshi. You know what I'm saying? Put Quinn on this side and then put D-Law on that opposite side. We did that in the first games 1 and 2. But remember, whenever we were switching, we were putting Dorrance Armstrong on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some rotation between Robert Quinn and DeMarcus Lawrence, man. Switch them guys up. Let D-Law come off that other side for a little bit. Let Quinn come off that other side for a little bit. Either way, man, my boy Robert Quinn, I got a film that I'm putting together right now on him, on his plays last night. The sacks were amazing, but I think one of his best plays that kind of goes untalked about was his first play on that first play of the game. Like, it was like the third play of the game where like Teddy Bridgewater drops back and throws, and Robert Quinn jumps up and bats it down. And I'm gonna tell you, nobody looks to see where Teddy Bridgewater was throwing the ball to. He was throwing the ball to a wide open wide receiver on the left hand side. Like, that play easily goes for 10 to 15 yards. Easily goes for 10 to 15 yards if Robert Quinn doesn't get his hands up there and knock that ball down. Easily goes for 10 to 15 yards. So there was a lot of things like that. There was a lot of things I saw last night. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, man, the defense 100% came to play. The defense saw exactly what this team was going to do, and they did a really good job. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Alvin Kamara, I think the Cowboys did a really good job of containing Alvin Kamara. I think they really did a really good job. Like, there was no really significant play that we were just like, oh my God, Alvin. Like, there was never that moment. There was never really that moment from anybody from the New Orleans Saints last night. There was moments where they just had good execution. But you think about this, they only ended up scoring 12 points. So I think the Saints go back to the drawing board and they're like, yo, that was not a good game for us. Yes, we won. Yes, we were able to find a way to hold on and get the victory. But even the Saints, man, they needed help. They needed the help in what? In the form of 2 turnovers. Like, I'm going to tell you guys 2 things that helped the Saints that really, really helped them last night is them 2 turnovers, regardless if Zeke didn't fumble or I know, because I be getting so caught up in people, man. They be like, Zeke really didn't fumble. They took it don't matter. They took the ball from us, didn't they? Okay. Then it was a fumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you think, how you feel. If the ref called it a fumble, it's a fumble. We didn't get the ball back. You can't go petition the NFL and get the ball back. So it was a fumble. You know what I'm saying? So yes, those two fumbles that were caused and created were 2 things that we could not compensate. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Think about this. Despite the 2 fumbles, despite the horrible play execution on third down. Because honestly, after looking at like last night, I was all up in my feelings like, yo, man, this play calling was horrible, man. That play calling was horrible. They was calling the lefts and we should have been rights. They was calling the middles and we should have been wide. They was calling the middles and we should have been wide. I mean, we was calling what is now? They was calling the wides and we should have been middles. Like, yo, like after a play doesn't work, we can always look at it and be like, yeah, we should have called a better play. You know what I'm saying? But what I look at is this. What about them 3 third downs? What about them 3 third downs where we called good plays? We just flat out dropped the ball. Like, what about that? What about those third downs? What about that 3rd and 1 that Kyle just drops the ball? Just drop the ball. Like, honestly, that was a game where we did not match our execution. Like, honestly, I even said this to my scouts this morning. They all tripped on me. West Coast, you tripping. West Coast, you tripping. I said, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Because y'all know I watched the film last night. You can see it in my eyes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That ain't natural. That is not natural. You can see it in my eyes that I watched the game, that I watched the film last night. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to tell you what the film say. The film says y'all need to relax. That's what the film says. The film says that there is not a team in the NFL that can go into New Orleans, go into these hostile environments, and give a ball 2 times to a team. Because think about this. New Orleans, and then think about how good your defense played. The defense didn't even allow the 2 turnovers. Guess how many points your defense gave up? 6 points. Like, you have a Super Bowl defense. Forget a playoff defense. You have a Super Bowl defense. At the end of that game, I was begging, give Dak one more chance. You know what they did? They gave him one more chance. Them hot boys is hot. Them hot boys is hot. You know what I'm saying? Despite the drops, despite the pass interference by and I'm going to be keeping 100 with you. Amari Cooper, you got to be real with yourself, bro. Doing this on defenders, they're going to be looking for you on it. That's just real. It's just like if Michael Irvin came to play in the NFL right now. If somebody signed Michael Irvin right now, every referee in the NFL will be looking at him like this. I'm going to wait for him to do this. Why? Because that's on film now. So even a little bit, because I ain't gonna lie, the last one that he did, it was more of him trying to get his balance, trying to use the guy as balance. Because sometimes when you're running, when you're running and you gotta chop your feet real quick, sometimes you'll kind of fall off when you do that turn. So what players will do is they'll use that hand to kind of keep their center of gravity so they won't fall over. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, that's what I honestly think that Cooper's trying to do. I think Cooper's trying to run. He's trying to get leverage and turn back around. Because if you notice, there's a nice little gap in between them. But once the ref has already seen it, they're going to be eyeing for it. And they were looking for it. That's why they got him for it 2 times. So my thing is this, man. You just got to, Sanjay this weekend, we got to make sure that we do working on speed turns without him. The proper way to do a speed turn is without your hands anyway. Like, that's just being real. Because when you put your hands out, you're giving away the play anyway. So, Coop being a tactician, a professional runner of routes, I think this is something that Amari Cooper can easily fix. But I just think it's something that he's gotten away with for a long time, and he just ran into a referee that was not having it. And it just be like that sometimes. Just like on them picks. I'm going to tell you, like the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers get burned. They get burned a lot on them pick play. I mean, not the Packers, but the Patriots. They get picked. They get a lot of pick plays called on them. Want to know why? Because there's film of them actually doing it. So now, anytime that it happens, they're going to call it. Why? Because they think you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, my boy Travis says the second one. Yeah, my bad, Travis. You're right. The second one was all him. The first one is the one I'm thinking about. See, that's why I love my scouts, because they always keep me on point. You're absolutely right. It was the first one. The first one was him trying to get leverage. The second one was all on him, and you're absolutely right, Travis. That's why you're a scout. Jacob says, we got him still. We did good. That game was close, right? You're absolutely right, Jacob. That's why, I wake up this morning and I'm like, don't get me wrong. On the offset, I'm calling your mama all types of names. I'm saying all type of crazy stuff, man. I was in my feelings, man. That's just what it is, man. If you catch me after a Cowboy loss and you say some side with it, your mama might come up. That's all I'm saying. My bad. I heard she's a great woman. She loved Jesus, go to church every Sunday, cook food and everything. But I'm just saying, if you say some slick stuff to me about my Cowboys, I might say something slick about your mama. That's just my natural reaction. I just be like, what? Your mama what? You know what I'm saying? It just happens. I'm working on it. I went down to church the other day. I talked to the pastor. The pastor said it's okay. So I don't know where to go with it now. It's just where I'm at in my life. But yeah, man. So I apologize for anybody if you got slated. But yo, really, for real, man, I think this is one of those situations where we gotta kind of try to take this L on the chin, simply because, man, for the most part, your defense played really, really well, man. Your defense played phenomenal. Despite the offense giving the ball over 2 times, and you might as well count those third downs, man, because, man, how often do you hit a game where you have 2 monumental drops, man? Another thing is like 3rd and 2. We had 2 3rd and 2 consecutive drives where we dropped the ball on 3rd and 2 and had to turn the ball over and punt. 2 back-to-back drives. Drop the ball on 3rd and 2. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, man, y'all know, if y'all was watching the feed yesterday, what was I screaming for? Let's talk about this offense for a little bit, because defense did their job, and I don't want to hear it, and I'm going to be honest with you. If you say something about my defense, I might say something about your mama. That's just what it is. It's my natural reaction. That is my natural reaction. The hot boys suck. You know what's up. You see how they work? I didn't even try to be funny right now. I'll just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just came out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't say nothing about my defense. I won't say nothing about your mama. It's just, we have a rule. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. There we go. All right. So, on the offense now. So, Travis, my scout says, Tone says, your mama what? Exactly. You feel me, Tone? Like, for real. Like, somebody say something about my defense, like, I'm liable to say something about your mama. That's just what it is. Portia says, where was play calling? Poor play calling. This is my thing, right? Over the last 3 games, over the last 3 games, the Saints have been getting killed on the run game. And we came into this game rushing for 226 yards, our last game between 2 running backs. I think the Dallas Cowboys read the game plan, and they had a game plan that was designed to beat these Saints. But when that game plan did not work, they didn't adjust. That's what I believe. Because the offense, as far and honestly, I really can't even say the play calling, because like what happens if Jason Witten doesn't fumble that ball? We probably get 3 points at least, because we're driving. What happens if if they don't take that fumble? We're driving. What happens if Cobb catches that second and third? We're driving. We only lost by 2 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like the game plan could have worked for what we were trying to do, but it's like we were just literally pissing on our own shoes. We were literally shooting our own selves in the foot. Like the Jason Witten fumble, that mess was huge, man. And it's like I don't want to hang it on Jay Witt, man, because he don't really do that. He don't really do that a lot. Like that's not something that Jason Witten does. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I look at that and it's like, yo, there was no comeback from that. There was no comeback, man. You can't. Every time I want to go away and talk about play calling wasn't good, I think about us dropping the ball. Like that was a pretty good play call. Like on that 3rd and 2, those were good play calls. We just didn't catch the damn football. Like we just didn't catch the football. So it's like, and honestly, like people, here we go. I know Zeke didn't fumble. He didn't fumble, but the ref says he did. So it was a fumble. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal in the what we think. I deal in the actual. And the actual is it got called. So I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? You're guilty if you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? So the referee called it and we couldn't get it back. You know what I'm saying? But I do know this. Ezekiel Elliott is one of the strongest running backs in the NFL. So there should never be a situation where he's going down and thinking the ball should come out. Period. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I can see Zeke running around crazy and somebody punching it like a Jason Witten, like you're not even paying attention. But Zeke, yo, bro, this is going to the ground. You going to the ground. Buckle up. You already know what it is. Buckle them seatbelts. When you get in a car accident, them seatbelts already supposed to be strapped up. Zeke, when you're going down, he know this. He know this. They do drills for this. Like they do drills for this. When you're going down, you buckle that thing up. You know what I'm saying? So there is no explanation. I mean, you're down by 2 points. You have to understand they're going to be reaching for the ball. That is their job. That's their job, to be trying to punch that ball out and rip that ball out. So I'm not, like, honestly, I'm not one to blame games on referees. I played too much football in my life, and I've heard this statement way too much from a coach, and that is, if you don't want the refs to be a part of a game, blow the team out. Because that's the only way that you're not going to allow referees to not be a part of a game, is if you're blowing the team out. If you do your job, then guess what? The refs will have no effect on the game. But if you keep a game close, then guess what? The refs are going to have an opportunity to be a part of a game. That's just what it is. If we do our job, think about this. Before you even get to the Zeke fumble, if Jason Witten doesn't fumble that ball, this is a totally different game. It's a totally different game. So at the end of the day, if we want to be a championship team, if we want to be a Super Bowl contending team, we have to handle our job, and it starts with us acknowledging where we made our mistakes. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, ain't no playoff team out here saying, well, they should have did that. I don't have a control over what the refs do. Like, we can't control what the refs do. The only thing that we can do is control our execution. And we didn't do our part. Like, I don't feel that we executed correctly. I don't think we executed right. There was too many drops, way too many penalties. And then think about this. How many times did Dak get sacked last night? Let's check. Let me see. Hey, one of my real smart scouts saved me the hassle of finding this information. How many times did Dak get sacked last night? Let's see. Let's see how many times did they drop my boy last night? Let's see. One sack. So you're going to tell me that one sack and no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. That was on us. That game was on us. I can't even, offensive line did their job. I'm sorry. Cowboys should have won that game. That's on us. I don't blame the Saints. I don't blame the referees. I don't even blame Kellen Moore. I blame the execution, man. The execution of the plays, because you know what? I feel that, guess what? I don't believe that Kellen Moore is smarter than Drew Brees. Than Sean Payton. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If someone wants to tell me who's smarter, Kellen Moore or Sean Payton, Sean Payton. Sean Payton's 2 times this dude's senior. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to tell me that you can present a plan that protects your quarterback, doesn't allow your quarterback to get sacked, open plays, drop balls. That's on us. That's the Dallas Cowboys. We did not execute that good at all. And to be honest with you, I'm not putting this on Jason Garrett. I'm not even putting it on Kellen Moore. I'm putting it on the execution, the 11 players who were supposed to execute. That's what I'm putting it on. The drops, the penalties, the fumbles. That's what I'm putting it on. You know what I'm saying? My boy says Dak avoided a bunch of sacks. I don't know about a bunch. I didn't see a bunch, to be honest with you. I watched the game 2 times already, and I didn't see a bunch. To be honest with you, I saw a very dominant offensive line who held Cam Jordan at bay. Hey, shout out to La'el Collins, too, man. My boy La'el Collins did his thing last night, man. La'el Collins did his thing. I don't know what has gotten into La'el Collins. Maybe that $70 million we gave him. I don't know, man. Money just changes people. Hey, they say money do change people. Well, guess what? This money changed La'el Collins for the best. And Jalen Smith, man, because both of them boys had some very good plays last night. Jalen Smith had the ridiculous hit at the end to drop them for 4th and God knows how long. And then La'el Collins just did a phenomenal job of keeping that boy Jordan at bay. I don't know what's got into La'el Collins. PFF is saying he's the best tackle in the NFL right now. And I'm going to be honest with you, I can 100% believe it. I can 100% believe it because La'el Collins straight up balled last night. So I'm very impressed in my offensive line. Your offensive line is back. And on the one sack that we did give up, I'm going to tell you whose fault that was. That was Travis Frederick. On that sack that T. Smith got hurt, that was all Travis Frederick. Travis Frederick got blue. They did a switch. Basically, they did a switch. The nose tackle set him up, stunning him to the left. And then they switched at the very last minute. And instead of Travis Frederick catching his man floated right past him, and literally Travis Frederick was standing this way, looking at the crowd while the defensive lineman was running right to the quarterback. Dak did what he could to get the ball out, but that was 100%. They got mixed up in a bad twist. It was a bad twist. Probably the worst. Like that sack that we took in the fourth quarter with like less than a minute on the 3 or something like that. Like that was probably the worst offensive line play of the game, and it just so happened on that play. So it's like we just beat ourselves, man. And then even with us beating ourselves, your quarterback still had the ball in his hands, down by 2, trying to win you a football game. I can be mad. I am like upset, but I'm not really like I'm not. I just feel like what And think about this: we manage. Think about this. What if we manage the clock better and we don't use that dumb timeout? Then guess what? When Cobb makes that big old catch to get us down to the 50, we have an extra timeout. Nobody thinks about that though. I know. We'll let that go. You know what I'm saying? Now that one might be on Jason Garrett because we should have had another timeout at the end of the game. So that one might be on Jason Garrett. One Cold Heart says he avoided 3 sacks. He threw one away and avoided sacks, missed Cobb in the end zone, and avoided a sack in the bootleg for a first down. And I'm okay with that because think about this. Avoiding a sack, that's good. Because think about this. They actually sacked him 7 times when we played him last year. The Saints sacked Dak 6.5 times when we played in Dallas last year. 6.5. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take 6. You go from 1. You go from 6.5 to 1 sack. Allowing 1 sack. Oh my God, we should have won that game. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just don't put I'm sorry. I don't put this one on the Saints. I don't put this one on the Saints because the Saints offense didn't play good either. Like Alvin Kamara wasn't out there. Yeah, he had his Madden moments. He did. But we knew that was going to happen. Just like Kobe Bryant. He going to have his moments. You can do whatever you want to do, but you ain't going to be able to stop goats. You know what I'm saying? Alvin Kamara is a baby goat. That boy is nasty. And if you don't think he is, you're a hater. Like, I don't care. You're a hater. I'm going to tell you, you're a hater. If you don't believe Alvin Kamara is nice, you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? He's nice. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys did a really good job, I believe, of containing him last night. Like, there was not one moment. The biggest thing I kept saying about Alvin Kamara is what? I did not want him to put his fingerprint on this freaking game. And guess what? We didn't allow Alvin Kamara to do that. We didn't allow Alvin Kamara to put his fingerprint on this game. Like, the Dallas Cowboys defense did a really good job of keying on him and making sure they always knew where he was. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, man. Like, I just feel like this was just not our day. And not only was it not our day, like, even though it was not our day, you still had multiple opportunities to win this game, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I walk away from this game. I'm more upset with myself. I'm more upset with the Dallas Cowboys. And to be honest with you, I'm not even really upset with the Cowboys, man. Like, I just feel that this is a young team, and this is one of our times. If this was our worst game, if this is the worst game we've played all season, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with the outcome. Obviously, I would have liked to get the win, but I'm going to keep it real with you guys. The Saints team is a team you're going to play twice. Why? Because we'll probably play them in the first round of the playoffs at home. So we need to make sure that we have a better record than the Saints. Why? Because you're going to have to play this team again. Let's just be real. I told you guys in the beginning of the season, you're going to play the Saints 2 times in this year. You're going to play them once in the regular season, and you're going to play them again in the playoffs. We just need to make sure that when it's all said and done, we have a better record than them so they can come to us and we ain't got to go to them again. But we will see the Saints again. I'm just telling you we are. Because Drew Brees will be back in, 4 weeks? You know what I'm saying? And their division is trash. Their division's trash. You know what I'm saying? They're trash. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you're pissed off and mad at the Saints, don't trip because you're going to play them again. JJ, what up with you, JJ Trillo over on YouTube? He says, what's up with Coop? My boy had the cuffs on him. You think he's a little banged up? I don't think Coop's a little banged up. Honestly, I just think that boy, what's the corner name from the one from Ohio State that played him last night? Like, he just had a really good game. Lattimore, that boy balled, man. Like, Lattimore balled. Like, and the thing about it is, Lattimore was only responsible for Amari Cooper, and he played him well. Like, they spied him all night, and he played him well. Amari Cooper still had his action. He still had opportunities to go out there and make some plays. But I mean, even when he did, I mean, he had the two plays, but they brought both of them back off push-offs. You know what I'm saying? I think the only thing I think Amari Cooper did this game is I think Amari Cooper kind of allowed a little of that to get in his head a little bit, because then it just got a little even more aggressive. Like Amari Cooper, you make your space with your feet, not your hand. You don't need your hands to make space. You need your hands to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we could have ran a little bit better route combinations with Cooper to get him open a little bit better. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to say that Cooper wasn't 100%. I believe he was, to be honest with you. I believe he was. I believe Cooper was 100%. I just think he played against a really damn good corner who's only responsible for Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lattimore had one job all last night, and that was Amari Cooper. He trailed him pretty much, practically almost the whole entire night. You know what I'm saying? And my boy says, do I think Michael Gallup would have made that much of a difference? No, I don't believe Michael Gallup would have made that much of a difference. I think some folks are just kind of like grabbing for anything to just make them feel better as they walk into work. Yo, man, just take the L. Like, no excuses, take the L. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in life, you just got to take the L. I mean, execution was not good. I mean, I don't see where this thought of Michael Gallup would have changed the mind so much, because we were not throwing the ball deep like that. We took 4 shots deep, one in the first half and 3 in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So I think Devin Smith did his job. We weren't throwing the ball, though. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to establish the run game. And that's what I think that was our biggest mistake is sometimes when you come out with a game plan, you need to understand when to abandon that game plan and go to something different. You know what I'm saying? Dickerson says, will we be fine without Tyron Smith? I'm going to be honest with you. In the past, we have not. But I have no reason why Cam Fleming can't play well. Cam Fleming is a former starter he's started for the Patriots, which for 2.5 years, I think. Started in the Super Bowl, protected Tom Brady, and won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. So I don't see why Cam can't come out and play. Cam Fleming can't come in here and play well. It's funny though, because my boy Boss Cowboy was talking about this the other day. Well, actually about a month ago, he was talking about Cam Fleming being one of the more important guys on this team. Why? Because if something was to happen to Tyron Smith, I do not believe Tyron Smith is going to play this week. Not with that Not with that walking boot he had on coming out them stands. I do not believe Tyron Smith is going to play this weekend. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, my thing is this. The Dallas Cowboys in the last 4 years have never, I repeat, never played a full season, 16 games with Tyron Smith. So, I mean, like, you kind of got to, like, that's this, Tyron Smith being out for something is something that we kind of already expected, because he's never played a full season. So it's like we should have already had a contingency plan for that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have had that anyway. Billy says, I don't want to call them trash, but they were not on point. Absolutely, man. We do not call people on our own team trash. We call other people trash, but you don't call people on your own team trash. Joe Trentino says, as soon as we destroy Green Bay, we will be back on track. Shoot, man, that's the hope. I mean, obviously, that's the hope, man. But, Green Bay is going to come in here with something. They're going to be really ready for these Dallas Cowboys. And, Aaron Rodgers and that new offensive coordinator, they didn't look good the other day. But, I mean, they looked good in their first 2 games. But, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a beast within himself, and I ain't going to lie. We'll start breaking him down tomorrow. I know usually I take 1 or 2 days to break down these films, but these games are coming way too fast, man. And with this loss, I have a feeling I need to start looking at Green Bay a little bit early, just like I did with this Saints game. All right, let me get over here a little bit. What's up with you, Russell Harrison? I see you, man. What's up with you, David Drees? What's up with you, Scott? Scott says we have to get penalties under control. Quinn is a savage. That's good news. Absolutely, that's good news. I think I talked about Robert Quinn earlier in this show, and loving his production, loving his performance of what he gave the Dallas Cowboys. Very, very exciting. He's a guy who once had 20 sacks, so obviously he's a guy who can get them things in volume. You know, I love the fact that the Dallas Cowboys kept letting him rip. You know what I'm saying? And then the Saints did something that I never thought they would have did. They basically let him have a free release on that edge and got their quarterback straight killed. I'm surprised Teddy B got up after that. Very, very surprised. Susan says, all right, I see that. Buddha says Packers got a good record in Dallas. They do, man. I think the Packers are currently like, what, 2-1? 2-0 in the Dak era. Yeah, Dak is 2-1. No, Dak is 1-2 against Green Bay because he beat him his rookie year. Then he lost to him in the playoffs, and we lost to him at home. So yeah, Dak is 1-2 against Rodgers right now, and both losses being at home. Damn. Hey, I'll be in the building for that game too. While I'm up here thinking about it, shoot, I will be in the building. Brought to you by Cowboys Packages, man. We want you guys to come out this Saturday. October 5th, man. Come meet Lyle Collins and Jalen Smith. Tickets are only $95, but if you use my promo code WestCoast25, you will get $25 off your tickets, bringing them down to what, $70? So that gets you Jalen Smith and Lyle Collins autograph, man. Jalen Smith, a guy who will, in my opinion, be a Pro Bowler, and Lyle Collins, who, in my opinion, will both be Pro Bowlers. So think about this, man. You have action to get two soon-to-be Pro Bowlers because the way they're playing, sick autographs and hang out with these guys, get some great pictures too. So make sure that you guys come out here, come out to the Omni Hotel this Saturday. Brought to you by Cowboys Packages, man. All right, let me see what else y'all talking about, man. Aaron is dangerous. Hot Boys did their job. West Coast. Cam Philly going to hold it down. Tyron Smith and the Cowboys. I believe that too. Eric says the Cowboys the best offensive line in NFL with good depth on the NFL football field. I believe that too, man. This offensive line is definitely showing that they are back to their dominance. I think Dak has only been sacked, 3 times all season so far? Like, that's good, man. Like, and then think about this, like, man, I'm not trying to put like a wig on a pig. I ain't trying to put no skirt on no turd. But I mean, like, this is not a game where your Cowboys just got absolutely manhandled and thrown around. I just don't believe that. I just believe that we had bad execution all around on the offense. And to be honest with you, it's like, this is something that we brought Kellen Moore in to fix, was the play calling and things like that. And I think that the play calling, for the most part, was winnable in this game. Could the play calling been better? Absolutely. I can never say that the play calling was perfect in a game that we lost. But I will say this, that the game plan that they put together was definitely winnable. Like, this was a winnable game. So I kind of digress on this game a little bit, and I'm not trying to minimize it either. I don't want you guys to think I'm minimizing, but at the same time, I surely don't believe that we need to burn the whole thing over and start all over again. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Kellen Moore is smarter than Sean Payton, though. So guess what? When we play them, we're going to need more. We're going to need more. Did we bench Sean Lee last night? Because Thomas got a lot burned. No, Sean Lee was balling, man. But you got to remember, Sean Lee played on that weak side. So the weak side in our defense only plays about 30% of the snaps anyway, 40% of the snaps at most. And then he was rotating with Joe. And then also, Joe Thomas actually rotates a lot for Jalen Smith, because if you guys have noticed, Jalen Smith was on the sidelines a lot too. The reason I believe is because they're trying to use Jalen Smith more as a pass rusher. They're using Jalen Smith more as a pass rusher than they are using him as a straight-up linebacker. And that's kind of my thoughts on him. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're seeing Jalen Smith's his snaps go down, because they're using him more as a pass-rushing linebacker. And to be honest with you, I'm okay with it because, like, the fall-off between Jalen Smith and my thing is this. I have no problem running Joe Thomas into running backs. Why? Because Jalen Smith, him having that huge injury 2 years ago, like, why not? If you're able to get him off the field on run plays and let somebody else run into them big old running backs, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that the drop-off between Joe Thomas and Jalen Smith is that far. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're using him in that aspect as far as stopping the run. I don't believe that, because I actually think Joe Thomas is probably better at stopping the run than Jalen Smith, to keep it real. Because, man, I have some film of Joe Thomas straight knocking people's decals off their helmets. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to stopping the run, Like, I actually don't mind them having a little switch. That's why you want to have a deep lineup. That's why you want to have a deep linebacking core. And for the most part, the linebackers played well, man. It was your offense, man. Your offense they just didn't execute last night. And the execution was so, like, not good that I can't even really blame it on the play calling. Like, I can't even really blame it on the play calling because them third downs, like, bro, we had people wide open. They just dropped the ball. My boy MSKFUH says, yeah, they're using Jalen for pass rush now. I think it helped us get the sacks. I think it is too, because think about this. When he's rushing the passer, man, he's going balls out. Like full speed ahead. Like flaming flash at the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I know these professional athletes, but it's hard to do that on how many defensive plays they had last night? 63 defensive plays? You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know if Jalen to be able to do that for 63 straight plays. So I'm okay with it. Because, I mean, Joe Thomas does his job, man. He does his job as far as stopping the running backs. He's a good job at that. Jose, what up with you, man? He says, teams come to play our online because we have the tag on us that we are the best O-line. We see the best D-lines. And I think we did good. They only gave up 1 sack. There was really, not a whole lot of pressure until like the fourth quarter. We are so scary outside pass rush in the next. There are no scary outside pass rushers in the next 5 to 6 game. We need Tyron Smith back for Vikings game. Good point. Really good point. Nathaniel says, and you got to think like this. Like I said, man, I think that Cam Fleming needs to show his worth, man. Like, we've kept Cam on this team, 2 years now? Like, this is a guy who blocked for Tom Brady, started for the Patriots. Like, he should be more than capable. Like, he should be way more than capable. Way more than capable. Joe says, do you think Crawford will be back against Green Bay, man? I really hope so, man, because, like, Tristan Hill, bruh. Like, man, I ain't trying to. All I'm saying is, bruh. Taco Charleston got Chacho. I know him. The West Coast, his name is Charlton. Okay, whatever. Taco got 2 sacks right now. And he's only played 6 quarters of football for the Miami Dolphins. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, he has 2 sacks in 4 games. No, he has 2 sacks in 6 quarters because he only played 2 quarters against us, and he played 4 quarters against the yesterday in this game. Taco got 2 sacks in 6 quarters. So all y'all folks that want to be all gun-ho about Jerry Jones never makes a mistake, yeah, I think Jerry Jones definitely released the wrong person. Like, I don't want to hear it. And it'd be so funny because I put a post up on my Instagram and I was like, did the Cowboys release the wrong guy? Instantly, people, no, because Robert Quinn got 2 sacks. Robert Quinn has 3 sacks. No, are you retarded? Why do you even have a sports page? I'm like, first off, we didn't release Taco for Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn was already on this team. Duh, he was suspended. We released Taco so that we could activate Tristan Hill. Matter of fact, when he activated him, we also gave Tristan Hill his number. And what is Tristan Hill giving you right now? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He gave you a half a tackle in 1 game. And I know people say, oh, but he's a rookie. He has to get his legs up under him. Okay, well, if that's the case, why you just didn't keep Taco then? That makes no damn sense. Like, that don't make no sense. And I know there's those people out there that believe that, Jerry don't ever make a mistake and that we was right. Like, but, bro, you cannot deny the fact that Taco has 2 sacks in 6 quarters. Not 6 games. 6 physical quarters. That means in a third quarter and a fourth quarter, in 4 full quarters, he has 2 sacks. And his 2 sacks, 5 tackles. Because think about this. Taco was second on the team. And he was tied second in tackles yesterday for the Miami Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. People say, oh, yeah, Taco was a headache. Well, he didn't get suspended. He didn't get suspended for taking no illegal drugs or substances, did he? All right. He didn't get suspended for hitting nobody or doing nothing like that, right? No. He didn't. So how much of a headache can you really be? And it's funny how we can deal with some headaches, but we can't deal with this headache. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought for production you could be able to deal with anything. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? For two sacks, I'll definitely put up with a headache. What do I think? My boy Travis said Steven said that Taco was soft. That's why he released him. Well, he's a soft Taco with 2 sacks. And if Taco was on this team right now, he would be second on this team in sacks. And he's only played 2 games. And you already signed him. And you know what pisses me off more about Taco? And I hate that I keep bringing this up. But the fact that we had already paid him. So I apologize if I get mad when we pay someone, bring them into the NFL, then we release them because they're not team guys. And then I see them thriving on a team that hasn't even won a game. Like, I sit back and I look at that and I wonder, I ponder. Like, what would have happened if we had Taco, D-Law, and Robert Quinn? Because you guys noticed that when Robert Quinn was getting doubled, we didn't get nothing really. That third quarter, we got nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need another pass rusher. Like, we need another pass rusher. We need it. Like, we need it. And don't forget, Robert Quinn is only on a 1-year deal this year. So and think about this. If Robert Quinn gets 11, 12, 13 sacks, with us already paying D-Law $19 million a year, do you think they're going to pay Robert Quinn that type of money? Like, I love Robert Quinn. I just might hold off on getting his jersey. Why? Because I just don't believe that he's a guy that the Cowboys are going to re-sign next year. Why? Because you already have one guy making $21 million on that side. So you think they're going to have a $21 million, another guy on this side, over 30 making 8, 7, making that type of money? I don't think so. It's a 1-year borrow. So, hey, it is what it is. But, yo, this is my last kind of comment of the day before I get up out of here, man. I think this is definitely one of those losses, man, the Dallas Cowboys. He says, yeah, not sure he will be here. Okay. Yeah, I just think this is the best way for us to take this loss is on the chin. Like, don't make excuses for it. Just take it on the chin and move on, man. Because I think sometimes when we don't take losses on the chin, we make a whole bunch of excuses for what didn't happen or what really didn't happen. And then we go out there and just assume that it's just gonna magically fix itself in the next game. And that's not how football is. Like, if you want to win games in the NFL on the road, don't turn the ball over. And don't turn the ball over and catch the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how any of that is on the Saints. All that is on the Cowboys. All that. Like, all that is on the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Travis says they'll be back late in the season. Buddha says definitely need another pass rusher. Preferred D tackle, pressure up the middle is a must. I know we're getting killed. We need Antoine Woods back bad. Like, we need the big homie back bad. We need the big homie back bad. Because Tristan Hill it's not happening, man. Like, we put him out there, he gets pushed around, and then we put him on the sidelines. That's basically what we do with Tristan Hill right now. Like, I just, I don't know, man. I told y'all about this draft too, man. Like, this whole entire draft is backups. Like, this entire draft is backups. It's guys that we're not really going to use. Like, all of them. Like, Donovan Wilson, he's sitting on the sidelines, hair nice, looking good. Mama at the game. Boy, ain't even playing. Like, whatever. He just had 3 interceptions. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't even get that. I don't get that either. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But, yeah, man. I think when it's all said and done, Andrew says, I know I don't get any work done with your shows. Yeah, but, yeah. I'm just, I ain't at a loss for words, man, but I just think we need to take this L on the chin, man. Take this L on the chin, go sit down somewhere and regroup and get this thing popping for Green Bay. Referees didn't lose this game. Referees don't make you drop balls. Referees don't, you know what I'm saying, they call flags. That's their job. I mean, but in a 10 to 12 game, you like what they say in football, if you don't want the ref in the game, blow the team out. But if you're in a 10 to 12 game, you're down by 2, every whistle is important. Every whistle is important. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way you can keep the ref out of your business by what? Scoring points. And we didn't do it. We didn't execute at all. Hey, hey man, hey man, you know what, South of Haven 88, man? I appreciate you, brother. Because I suck at telling people to hit the like button and stuff on YouTube, and you always have my back. So South of Haven, I just want to tell you, I appreciate you, brother. South of Haven 88, man, he says hit the thumbs up and like the stream. I appreciate, man. I forget to tell people to do that on my own screen, and I appreciate you for looking out for your boy West Coast, man. I appreciate you, brother. So yeah, on that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, so we can keep this stuff like this going. Hey, yeah, my boy, Slee Davis says, "What's up, West Coast?" They didn't put Tony P or Jordan Lewis in. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I think the Cowboys' mentality is if Zeke isn't going, they're not gonna get Tony P going, and I don't get why. Like, I was even yelling for that in the game last night. Like, Zeke is our hard pound for pound running back. Like, put Tony P out there, give him some chance to try to open these guys up because they were stacked in that box and we could not get them out of it. Like, we could not get them out of it, man. That safety kept coming down, and, like, we could not get out of it, man. Like, we could not get them out of it. We tried to spread them out, but they wasn't really respected on the middle. When Jordan Lewis did play, though. But we didn't really need to put Jordan Lewis on Kamara. Like I said, remember when we had I think on Saturday I told you guys, like, I did that video. I was like, yo, I don't think the Cowboys need to double team Alvin Kamara. Like, I don't think they need to double team him. Like, I think they need to catch a head up fade with this dude, play one-on-one with him and make him earn him. And they did that. And guess what? For the most part, it worked. Like, the Cowboys did a really good job of securing and making sure that Alvin Kamara did not put his fingerprints on this game. Like, the Saints didn't really play well either. Like, they're not going back to the drawing board saying, yo, we executed well, because they did not. They didn't execute well either. The only difference is they didn't have freaking turnovers, man. They didn't have to fight past turnovers, which we did. If we could have gotten us, we had the Jordan Lewis turnover, the Cheeto turnover, the interception, but what we get 3 points from it, man. On the road, man, your defense gets you the touchdown. You got to get an interception, man. You got to get freaking points on that, man. You got to get points on that. What's up with you, Auntie? I see you. Like, we got to get points on that. Like, we have to get points on that. And that's why I'm like, man, like, I was yelling, man. Like, I ain't going to lie. The great thing about this, man, is this, yo. When it's all said and done, my 2 players who I feel played ridiculously well, and that's Lyle Collins and Jalen Smith, will be live this weekend, this Saturday, man. This Saturday at the Omni Hotel in Las Colinas, which is in Irving. At this time, hey, man, y'all know I ain't from Texas, man, so I just put it up there, and everybody was like, West Coast is over here, is over there, over here. So I got the address up there so y'all know it. The address is 221 East Las Colinas Boulevard, Irving, Texas, 75039. That is the address. I will be there at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Jalen Smith and Jalen Smith and Lale Collins will be in the building, y'all. They're going to be in the building, y'all. They're going to be in the building from 3 p.m. to 4. So make sure you guys come out. If you guys have questions for Jalen Smith, if you have questions for Lale Collins, you need to come out. And also, more importantly, if you have a Jalen Smith jersey, and you're coming to the game, why would you not bring your jersey down to Cowboys Packages at the Omni on Saturday at 3 o'clock to get it signed? That doesn't make any sense, right? The tickets are $95, but think about this, guys. That's only $50 per guy. And think about this. Your boy West Coast, I'm going to be honest with you, yo. I don't like paying full price for nothing. I just don't like it. I built this whole network off of relationships and having friends. So guess what? My friend David over at Cowboys Packages He hooking us up, man. He going to give us $25 off the ticket. All you got to use is West Coast 25. That's it. That's $70. That's $35 for a Jalen Smith autograph. That's $35 for La'el Collins. Two soon-to-be Pro Bowlers. Think about this, man. These are two. PFF has Jalen Smith ranked a top 5 linebacker in the NFL. PFF has La'el Collins the number 1 tackle in the NFL. Both of those guys are going to be in the building. Tell me how they don't make the Pro Bowl this year. So make sure you guys come in. We just Instagram just hated on me and just ended my stream, so we up out of there on Instagram. So yeah, we full-fledged on YouTube and Facebook. So yo, make sure you guys come. Make sure you guys come this weekend and hang out with your boy West Coast. If you're coming to the Green Bay game, I need you to put me. I'm coming. I want you, everybody, right now. If you're coming to the game, I need you to put it in the comment box. I'm going West Coast. And the reason why I need you to put it in there is because if you say you coming and you don't come mess with, I'm blocking you. I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that. I might, though. Like, come on, man. How we supposed to be family kicking in, y'all watching the show, and y'all ain't going to come kick it with your boy, man. And I'm bringing La'el Collins and Jalen Smith, man. 3 p.m. Make sure you guys come out there, man. You guys already know what it is, man. I always try to do my best to hook you guys up and get you guys the best quality parcel. And next, we about to start working on Robert Quinn because David in here listening. I see you, David. I see you lurking. David says he's going. That's what I'm talking about, David. That's what I'm talking about, David. Don't you want to come see 2 future All-Pros? Like, Jalen Smith is going to be an All-Pro this year. La'el Collins is probably going to be an All-Pro this year, man. These dudes are ranked top 5 in PF in their position. They're going to be in the building. In the building. I would never beg y'all for nothing, but I'm telling you, man, if you are coming to this Green Bay game, if you're coming to the game and you don't go see them dudes, man, you're going to slap yourself. You tripping. All right? And don't let me catch y'all in Dallas at the game, and I'll be like, what y'all do yesterday? Oh, I just hung out at the hotel. Don't do that. Come down to the Omni Hotel. Remember, use West Coast 25, and I got you $25 off your ticket. And hey, if you come down there, take a picture with your boy West Coast. You guys already know I'll hook the scouts up. Let me know you a scout. You down with the cause? I try to slide you a little something extra. You know what I'm talking about? You know I hook it up though. I ain't gonna lose my job messing with you though, but you know I try to hook you guys up. So make sure you come out this Saturday at 3 p.m. Where is it at? Let me know where it's at. Let me know where it's at. Omni Hotel. What time? 3 o'clock. Who gonna be there? 5-4. Clear eye view. The guy who made that big old sack at the last on that 4th quarter, that guy. He's gonna be there. You know the one that does this? He's gonna be there. And then you know that guy that held Cam Jordan to just 2 tackles and 0 sacks? He's gonna be there. Only the best for y'all, man. You already know what it is, man. Hey, man. I know, man. I already know, man. It's weird. I don't even want to get off here. I feel like I don't want to leave, man. I feel like I just don't want to leave you guys right now. But y'all gonna be cool, right? Because I got some stuff I gotta go handle, man. Don't be tripping today, all right? Everybody just relax. Take this L. It is what it is. You know, there's no perfectionists in the world. So you take this L. We know what we got to do, and we know what we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? This is a loss that we lost. Why? Because of execution, man. We have to execute better. We have to do our keys better. So let's learn from this. Let's learn from this loss, and let's prepare for a team that is going to be very prepared for us, and that is the Green Bay Packers, man. So, like I said, if you hate the Saints, don't trip because you're going to play them again. Like, we're going to play the Saints again. Like, we're going to play them again. We're going to play them again in the playoffs. So if y'all want that head up fade, don't trip. We're going to get it back. We'll get it back. Let them go do what they do. And guess what? The world is one big, huge circle. And as it spins, everything comes back around at least twice. So guess what? We'll catch that fade. And when we do, we'll be ready. We'll be more prepared next time. All right? So you already know what it is, man. It is your boy West Coast, man. I will see you guys this Saturday in person at the Omni Hotel with my boys Jalen Smith and La'el Collins, man. But you guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace. What's up with you, Pops?